How's it going?
What are you doing here?
Just offering people a chance to get something off their chest, talk to somebody, that,
Okay, that's cool.
yeah, anything at all.
Anything. I don't really have anything personal to talk about.
Could be anything.
Anything?
Yeah. I have a YouTube channel. I record the interesting conversations, but it could be off the record if you want. We could just have a one-on-one chat, but if you like, I can mic you up.
Sure.
Yeah, you don't mind?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Let's
Papa
do it.
Squad.
Hi.
Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Sure.
Oh, God.
Here, I'm gonna clip you up here.
Yeah, sure.
Strap good?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, here. All right, hopefully that
Oh,
stays.
God.
Is that good?
Yeah, that should be
It's good
good.
for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That good for you?
Should stay, yeah.
Okay, cool.
How's it going? What's in your mind?
What's on my mind? I'm thinking a lot about libraries
Okay.
lately. I really like libraries. Do you like libraries?
I love libraries.
Okay, yeah.
I think reading handheld books is a lost art.
I agree. And
Mhm.
physical media, I feel like more and more people in our age cohort are
Mhm.
gravitating towards it.
Mhm.
It's an alternative
Yeah.
to social media and also to like streaming services like Netflix, right?
That's
You
right.
can get DVDs there.
That's right.
And I've like just been thinking about like the ways in which we can get more young people to libraries. Because I go there, but I feel like a lot of people like our age don't, and
Yeah.
they don't take advantage of these services.
That's true. I think maybe a cause of that is like because when we were like kind of developing, that's when all the social medias and all the such a online presence became so prominent.
Yeah.
So we kind of think it became kind of like a handicap.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
It's so accessible on your phone. It's just right
Yeah.
at the, at your fingertips. So
Yeah.
why travel all the way to a library? If it's not close by you. But no, I agree. I think people need to definitely pick up more physical books and just
Yeah.
read on paperback.
Yeah, well, that's like the thing, right? Like, because social media and these apps are so accessible, I feel like a lot of more libraries need to kind of take that route too, right? Like, a lot of larger library systems in larger municipalities have apps where you could just go in, see what's in stock, reserve a book, reserve a DVD or
Yeah.
something, or like, like a toolkit or like a sewing machine. And a lot of smaller municipalities, like smaller cities and stuff, don't have that.
Yeah.
I feel like, in order to bring more people our age to these third spaces, which is like so important,
Yeah.
and something that a lot of people are looking for, we have to like find a way to just put it on their phone and make it as easy as possible, convenient as possible.
Right. Do you have a local library card?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So do you know the Libby app?
Yes. Oh, I love Libby.
So I tell people about Libby all the time because it's like a lot of people are into audiobooks.
Yeah.
And it's like they have like they're all accessible and it's
Yeah.
free, with the library card. So I'm like I think that's been a tool that I use to kind of spread the word about libraries and stuff like that. People be like, where can I find this audiobook or whatever? So I just tell them, if you got a library card and you can just get the Libby app and look up any audiobook you want.
It's so good.
I look up so many books and I listen to so many audiobooks off that app. It's ridiculous. But I think that's a good, that's kind of around the realm that you're talking about that can get people kind of connected and talking more about libraries, right?
Yeah. And like, it's so important to keep up these traditions, to get off your phone and to like enjoy, a beautiful day like this just with a physical book.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the e-readers. I don't like reading off my phone. I want something in front of me.
Yeah, something I don't know, something novel about it, especially nowadays with just like you said, having the hard copy in your hand.
Yeah.
And just kind of getting through, because I feel like books are becoming more and more just kind of scarce.
Yeah.
You ever heard of that? I think it's started from a book. Is it Fahrenheit
451.
451? Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting more closer and closer to that reality.
Yeah.
As the days go on, it's kind of scary.
Knowledge is power. And the thing with physical media too is that it lasts longer. I think what a lot of people don't understand about the digital age and when you digitize everything is that that's more prone to getting lost in cyberspace. Servers go down, like websites just aren't funded anymore. So you have like so much history that's just completely lost and so much information that's completely lost. I think about MySpace, like a couple of years back, they lost like 50,000 something profiles, and that's history.
Yeah.
Right? That's like a way that people live.
Yeah.
And in the future, historians aren't going to have that info. But physical media, it's harder, it takes up more space, it's harder to preserve, but it lasts a lot longer.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
So what do you think there's something in particular that people can do to kind of get back into books themselves?
Just pick one up. Like literally whatever. Like it doesn't matter. You don't have to like have anything like smart. It could be like a stupid romance novel.
Yeah.
It could be like the fantasy series you read as a kid. Just like go for it.
Yeah.
You have that sense of whimsy, that sense of discovery. It's fun. Reading is fun.
Sure.
And it's a good way to entertain yourself. So
Yeah.
just have fun with it and don't care what other people think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have a recommendation? Because I've definitely been, it's funny you bring it up. I've been looking to get back into reading physical copies. I've been super into audiobooks through the Libby app.
Yeah.
But do you have a recommendation for something that I might be interested in?
Oh, well, what are your genres? Like, what are you usually?
Oh man, funny. I've been reading a lot of like self-improvement stuff like that. But
Okay.
I wanna read something more for leisure, and not necessarily something that's like like I feel like those are all kind of like really instructional and like
Yeah.
I want to read something that's captivating. I like thriller, I like mystery, I like
Yeah.
sci-fi.
Yeah.
All those cool.
If I really love Ursula K. Le Guin, her Earthsea series is phenomenal. It's fantasy, it's really light, it's fun.
Okay.
So I would definitely recommend that to you. If you want like some more nonfiction, but still like really fun, there's this book about stage magic called Hiding the Elephant, and it's all about the history of like, the first person that did that stage trick where they sawed a woman in half.
Oh wow.
And that's cool. That's
Yeah.
really cool because you get like some inside scoop and like, it's a real thing, so it's real history.
Yeah,
but you
real
also
history,
learn about like Harry Houdini and
Oh, wow.
yeah,
I love that. I'll definitely check those out for sure.
yeah, I would definitely recommend
Yeah.
it.
You have anything else on your mind?
No, that's it.
Okay. Can I ask you a couple questions that I usually have prepared for anybody that comes to sit with me?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Okay. The first one is a little random.
Mhm.
Okay. I always ask everybody, what are your top 3 favorite seats?
Seats?
Yeah. So you have like restaurant booths.
Ooh,
You have beanbag
yeah.
chairs.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
have just anything you think of, movie theater seats, anything.
Oh, that's so good. That's really good. I really love an Adirondack chair.
What's that? Adirondack chair.
It's like an outdoor chair. They're kind of like really big, really wide. So
Okay.
you just like kind of chill out. You have like a beer on one
Yeah.
side and then you just like look at the lake in the other.
Okay.
That's a swing. I think a swing is a good
Yeah.
seat.
Oh yeah. That's a good one for sure. That's a good one. Just like a classic like park swing or like one of those like bench swings.
Ooh, I prefer a park swing to the bench swing, but the bench swing is definitely good. Love a bench
Okay.
swing.
You got one more.
One more, diner booth.
Diner booth.
Diner
love
booth.
That.
Yeah.
Some good eats in front of you as well. Maybe some good company.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yes.
Okay. Last one.
Okay.
What is your definition of success?
Definition of success. Ooh. I think my definition of success is peace.
Mm.
Peace.
Mm.
Contentment.
Mm.
Not wanting to run anywhere more, climb any more hills. Like, doing that, obviously, but it's not central to my personality,
Mm. It's kind of being free of the constant chase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is what success is.
I love that.
Yeah. Finding contentment with, your friends and your family and your community.
Yeah.
And finding fulfillment there.
Mm.
I think that's success.
I think that's an amazing answer.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What's your name?
I'm Millie.
Millie?
Yeah.
I'm Isaiah. It's a pleasure to meet you, Millie.
So nice to meet you too.
Yes.
I'm glad I stopped by.
You sure you have nothing else on your mind?
I got nothing else.
All right.
No.
Well, thank you so much for talking. I'll get that off
of course.
you.
Thank you so
it's
much.
a pleasure to meet you, Millie, and I hope to see you again around sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good one.
Thank you so much. You too. Take it easy. How is it going? Just out here.
The public,
I'm sorry?
engaging.
That's right. Offering people the chance to get something off their chest.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right.
I'm doing all right.
I'm Isaiah.
Hi, I'm Sean. How you doing, Isaiah?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You want to have a seat? Chat with me for a
I
little
got
bit?
a couple. I'll stand. I got a couple minutes.
Okay, sure.
The Iran war is crazy, though, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I thought Trump said peace.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Who knows where that's gonna end up? I heard that didn't last thing I heard at least. he ended up saying that it was supposed to kind of settle down in a couple weeks or something like that.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see
I
about
think
that.
It's an endless war. I don't see it stopping. It's just like I hope it does.
Yeah,
Right? You
yeah.
know, but it's like stressful.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
All
for
gas
sure.
Price, food price. I work at the grocery store. I work here at the education department. You know, it's gas prices going up. Food prices are going to go up. Then gas prices go up. The delivery trucks have to charge more. They got to pay. We got to pay more for food now.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
everything. So
yeah. Inflation.
everybody
is ridiculous.
loses.
That's right.
I pray for peace. You know, pray for peace.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Everybody except for the ones the 1%, right?
Not 99%. Not 0.001% are controlling.
Right, right.
So it's like frustrating. It's like you just can't have any real civil discourse. It's like, you know, I mean, I like ideas from the left, the right, the center. You know, all kinds of ideas.
Absolutely.
It's important to keep open mind.
I find it hard to find truth and real information these days. My biggest gripe with Facebook, because I'm a big Facebook user.
Okay, yeah, I like Facebook.
But I feel like
family and stuff. Yeah.
I feel like 60% of the stuff that I come across on Facebook is, you know, made up, not real, not true, AI. Yeah, exactly.
AI stuff is like also that's like my friend says AI is the devil. It's like maybe it is the devil. You know, it's the antichrist stuff. It's like maybe it is. You know.
I literally just had a conversation with somebody, and they were talking to me about libraries and the importance of libraries and stuff like that.
I go all the time.
Yep.
Read books.
Yep, that's right.
You know,
exactly.
Real books. You know.
Exactly.
But I deleted Instagram. I deleted Twitter X. So that was really. Twitter was like bad. It was like.
You know, I did to kind of help me. You have an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
There's a way you can like hide certain apps and require a Face ID.
Okay, right, okay.
I found that if I just add that extra barrier for my social medias, it helps me not, you know, go directly to it every time I pick up my phone. Because now I have to not only, you know, unlock my phone, but now I have to find the app, unlock it, do my Face ID, and then get into it.
Right.
So, you know, once I get through those steps, I'm like, you know, halfway through, I'm like, you know, I don't need to engage. Let's do something else, you know.
Exactly. A little bit okay, but too much is like you got to you have your own life to live. You know,
That's right.
Time is like finite. You know.
That's right. That's right.
You got to spend it wisely.
That's right. Absolutely.
You know, that's so important. But I just don't like the lying. You know, the truth. You said the truth.
Mm-hmm.
What is the truth? Like these guys say this is what, then they contradictory. It's all contradictory. So,
100%.
but you can understand that. So, like, but you really you got to take care of like your universe, like what's important to you.
Absolutely.
Because that's all we have. We have this time, so we want to waste it. And I wasted 4 or 5 years of that. But this whole thing with Iran is like, wow, Isaiah. It's like, come on. And it's like, oh. Now they're bringing religion into this. It's like, don't bring religion into this. Bring facts and like reality into this.
Sure.
Right? And they're co-opting it, which is ridiculous. You know, they're saying like, oh, this whole Israel thing though is like, they're not. I don't think they're doing the right thing. You know, I don't think they're doing the right thing because they're saying, oh, well, you know, that's another rabbit hole.
You know, actually, I'm recording for my YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
And I have a microphone. If you want to get into it a little bit, we can.
Okay. Mm-hmm. How long does it take? 'Cause I gotta go back to work. I got like a couple minutes.
We can.
What time is it?
It is currently 2:01.
Oh, I got 5 minutes.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Hello.
Should be good.
Thank you.
Sure. Please have a seat. Yeah, it's always interesting to me just to, you know, sit and just hear people out. You know, like I have a smaller sign over there that says I'm just a unbiased, non-judgmental ear, willing to listen.
What's your channel so I can follow you?
It's called The Village.
The
Village with Villy Wright.
Are you from Albany or?
I grew up in New Jersey.
Oh, Jersey? Okay.
That's right.
Nice.
I came out here a couple years ago. You know, I have a 5-year-old daughter myself. She was born right at the heart of COVID, when everything got shut down and all that. And I was actually working as a server and bartender for a living.
Oh, good. Okay, nice.
But you know, after coronavirus, everything got shut down.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So I had to consider a career change.
Okay.
And now I'm working with troubled youth.
It's great, Isaiah. That's awesome.
Group home areas,
That's
residential
beautiful.
counseling, stuff like that.
That's so great. That's so cool.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Good for you.
Thank you.
So, your question is, what's on your mind?
Very general.
The Iran war is on my mind because, you know, we're trying to raise a family, and now it's kind of like COVID 2.0 all over again. You know, now the gas prices going up and there's restrictions, and who knows what will happen here with retaliation, which is, you know, understandable because of what we've been doing, you know, on behalf of another country.
Right.
you know, in the Middle East,
Right.
and I think it's a travesty. Really, you know, we have our own things to consider here. We have our families to raise and our work to do, and it's affecting that. You know,
Sure.
it's also stressing everybody
People are
out.
listening. I have to make sure you're good. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's also we're all stressed out. You know, we're all divided. This country's all divided. But we can't see like the 0.0001% is like just doing what they do. So that's frustrating. You know, there's AI stuff and like the technocracy is frustrating. You know, it's like it's not like I grew up in the 80s. As a kid, you know, in the 80s, it was like just like carefree. But I guess there was stuff happening behind the scenes that we didn't know about. Now that the age of the internet appears, and all of a sudden, like all this information is in front of everybody, and what do you do with it?
Right.
Right. What do you do with it?
Right.
So you gotta like, you know, it's important to like realize like what's real and what's not real, and so much is not real. So it's like discernment is really important. You know.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. I think you hit the nail on the head with the
and they're bringing religion into it. I don't like the fact that they're like, you know, they're trying to co-opt religion and like, oh, this is the moral right way. We need to like stop these people from doing this, when they're trying to still this country is trying to do their thing. Just because they don't do things the way that the United States of America does, then doesn't mean that they're wrong or right. You know, they're doing their thing. You know, they have their reasons for what they do. But we have to be like the policemen of the world, you know, which is unfortunate that this administration who said that we are not going to be the policemen of the world, but they have reneged on that. They have gone the opposite way. Because they're like, oh, we can't have a nuclear weapon. It's like, well, other countries have nuclear weapons. What is it our business? They think that if they're going to use a nuclear weapon, then that's the end of the world. So, right? No one wants that. I don't even think like the government of certain countries wants that, even for their own people.
Right. It's just not going to be good for anybody.
No, not good for anybody.
Right.
Nope, no.
Or even the planet itself, right? Like,
yeah, the planet. Think about the planet.
Exactly.
It's so I pray that we have, you know, sane leadership, you know, in all areas. But of course, that one person's sane is some person's insanity.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Especially in times like this, right?
Yeah. Yep. And we are so divided. I wish we could all just come together and say, look, life is short. We need to just live our life and like just be as like, you know, prosperous and as we can be.
So if there's one suggestion or piece of advice or you know, just one thing that everybody as a race collectively, if the smallest thing that we all could do that you think can make the biggest difference, what do you think that is?
Get offline, read more books, spend time with your family and friends, and be there for them, because time is short, and it's so important to be there for them and just make a difference that way.
I love that.
Yeah.
Actually, one more question. I think it's been about 5 minutes.
Thanks, Isaiah.
What's your definition of success?
Looking inward and fulfilling your dreams. Like if you have an idea, work for it, and just focus on it, and try to tune out the noise, which is, you know, now they want to get the social media. It's like all this scrolling and the doom scrolling, which I did for 5 years, you know, which is why I deleted the Twitter last week, you know, five days ago. All right, even my daughter's like, Dad, you're on this app. It's like, get off it. I'm like, all right, this was a conversation we've had for the last like a year and a half, 2 years, and I'll stop. And last week, I hit the X button, like the delete button, and now it's off my phone. Get it off the phone. I think spend time with the people that you love, and follow your dream and work towards it. Whatever your goal is, to study that field, immerse yourself in it, and really follow people that do what you love, and take inspiration from them, take ideas from them, even if they're much younger than you. You know, like I like rock and roll music. I'm 52 years old. There's a great band. They're in their 20s, and I love them, and I'm so proud of them. And it's like they're so good. So I'm like, gotta like, you know, respect the new stuff too, as well as the old. So
Sure.
learn from the old, but you can always learn from someone younger than you,
Mm-hmm.
because they have something to bring to the table as well.
Brand new insight.
Yeah, big
Absolutely.
time. Yeah,
Absolutely.
so watching these kids in the city, this band come out of, you know, just 10 years of rehearsing in their basement,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're like playing in like big concerts, and it's just it's really inspiring. So,
Yeah.
so I love music. So my son plays music, my daughter's in musical theater,
Mm.
and just it's good. It's music is great for the soul. So I
Absolutely.
love music. So
It's like medicine.
it really is.
medicinal, really.
It helps. It's definitely it's mystical.
Yeah.
It really-
Absolutely. It
Yeah.
transcends, you know,
it
just
transcends. Yes.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah. So I recommend folks that they look at all sides too. They look at left, right, center, and art. Look at all kinds of art from all different cultures. You know, all kinds of cultures, not just one. Look at the whole spectrum, because it's a big spectrum.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's so important. Look at everything, because there's beautiful things from all over the globe.
Sure.
You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna take that with me as well.
Great, I say.
And I'm gonna, you know, make it a point to go out and try to explore, you know, other art from other cultures. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, we got
sure.
like the Buena Vista Social Club in Cuba. We have like Lee Scratch Perry from Jamaica. We have Brazilian psychedelic rock and roll. We have like Russian music that's amazing, like the choral music,
Mm-hmm.
classical music, jazz, John Coltrane, electronic music, Underworld, England. So much great music from England, even though that's a
You know, it's funny. I've noticed like a lot of you know, foreigners or people that speak you know, foreign languages will listen to a lot of you know, American songs or English music,
Yeah.
and they'll pick up on the language, and that's
Yeah.
how they kind of get to know you know, and learn English.
Yeah, right.
But
It's very
I feel like I don't hear a lot of Americans doing that. You know,
other
you know,
right.
exactly. So
Like American bands, they do in like other world kind of music.
right.
There are artists that do that, and that's a fantastic thing. I think that will also help that artist or yourself grow, because there's so much music. You know,
Yep,
it's like
that's
it's African music. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Indonesian gamelan is amazing.
Mm.
The Japanese, like that Japanese kabuki music is amazing.
Mm.
It's like if you look at everywhere, there's so much beautiful stuff happening. So I think
Absolutely.
that's another thing that would help. I think folks like, wow, we have a world that there's all these possibilities.
100%.
So, yeah. So yeah, look into that.
Absolutely.
Follow your heart too. Spend time with your family and look for the beauty in everywhere. It's all around.
I love that. I've it's been past 5 minutes. I got another question if you want it, but I can, you know, if you
Please.
gotta go. Yeah. This one's pretty random, but it's another question I like to ask everybody that decides to sit down with me. What are your top 3 favorite seats? Do you know what I mean by that? Like you have a restaurant booth, you have
sure.
a beanbag chair, you
right,
have a computer chair, you have, you know, a
Yeah,
stool, you have a
yeah.
couch.
I got
lazy boy.
my yoga ball chair at my desk here at Education Department. I
Okay.
love that. That keeps me like, you know, keeps me from like, you know, moving. It's a really, because you're sitting all day.
That's
And
right.
it's not good for your back, you know, your
That's right.
spine. So the yoga ball seat's great because you're bouncing on it, and like your core, you keep your core solid. That's really important. That's definitely a favorite seat. I like my couch at home. I'm hang with the cats. I got cats. We pet the cats and watch a movie.
I love that.
That's another seat. That's really nice. And then, see the library. I like to sit. There's a chair.
Yeah.
The East Greenwich Library I go to has a nice chair. I'll sit in.
I love these.
And I'll read my book in there. Yeah, and read books, people. It's so important to read books.
That's right.
Get off those phones and look at the paper instead of the screen.
That's right.
So
100%.
those are my 3 favorite seats.
Well, thank you so much for sitting and talking with me, Murphy.
Thanks, Isaiah.
It's been truly a pleasure.
Thank
Very
you, brother.
insightful.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to checking out some of that new music.
Cool.
Yes.
Pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
The band I was talking about is called Geese.
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 Okay.
They're
Awesome.
The next rock and roll into the Doors, the Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Pearl Jam, Nirvana. Geese. They're these kids from the city.
Okay. Shout out to Geese.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Wow, those kids are awesome.
I'll check it out for sure. Let's get Murphy. Take it easy.
Yeah, Isaiah.
All right, now. What's going on, fellas?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right. Tell me about it. What's on your mind?
That's right.
May I?
Please do, I insist. I like to post some of the interesting conversations on my YouTube channel. You mind if I mic you up, or?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool. If you want to sit down, I'll pull up another chair for you. Here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, sure. I only have 2 mics here. I don't know if we'll do this here. How's that, good?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh man, how we doing today?
Doing all right. It's a beautiful day out. Glad to see the winter's on its way out, you know?
Yeah,
spring's
absolutely.
here.
Yeah, it's beautiful weather. So, what's on your mind?
I don't know, a lot of things. I'm a retired veteran. I write now. That's how I spend most of my days. But I don't know, I spend my time looking around the world and everything I have, and it feels like everything's moving away. Everything's simply collapsing. I don't know. But at the same time, that sensation of collapse, this resounding civilizational failure, it's not filling me with any dread or sorrow, because it truly feels as if there's propulsion, there's movement, there's maybe something for us. I mean, we have to admit it, we're living in the skeleton of an empire that died a long time ago. And not every man gets the luxury, the blessing, to be at such an interesting intersection in history. And so though it's terrifying, it's oddly mystifying, it's illuminating. Feels as if that plot of land that we were all given when we were born, you know, that promise that you can be the president no matter how hard you work, though it's gotten smaller, we have to admit it's turned from a plot, from acres and mules, into a handful of soil. But to me, it's still a handful of soil. And as Christ said, the mustard seed is the smallest seed, and yet how great it grows. So who's to say we don't have our own mustard seeds in our palms, which will one day be a great tree? But I don't know, it's captivating, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's beautifully said. I think it's hard to find motivation sometimes with such such noise.
Exactly.
You know.
I mean, I sit and I think about that a lot when I sit down to write anything. What sets me apart from the next individual who's writing a work, or even better yet, what sets me apart from this great devouring machine that is AI, that has absorbed every great work of man and now can simply appear to spit it out in patterns? And though we might sit and say, look, it miscalculated here, it has a flaw here, still it's all the more tantalizing to the public. People seem more drawn to those things than anything else. Not to say I am, more deserving, because that leads me into that loop. Who am I to ask, why have I not been read? Why have I not been seen? Who am I to ask that of the world? Yet it feels as if that appreciation for art in any capacity is vanishing, becomes commodified. It brings me great joy. The best example, it brings me great joy to see the works of Vincent van Gogh, the sunflowers on every girl's tote bags on stickers. It brings me joy to see his work spread, but at the same time, there is this kind of malignant odor in my mouth that is left behind, this sense of, is this all it is to us? An image on a tote bag, an image on a water bottle. Why is it not that great work that brought that man out of despair? There's, I guess, an over-concern and overabundance that no one's taking anything seriously. But then, it goes even further. Do you know who Gustave Flaubert is?
I'm
or
not
was?
familiar.
He was a French author, a realist. Truly a man that is hardly seen in our histories. But there was a letter he wrote to a friend. He said one day while he was shaving, he was examining himself in the mirror, and while he was shaving, he was considering all the things of his life. And out of nowhere with his face scrunched up, razor in hand, he said he finally got a look at himself, and he started laughing. And he said how ridiculous it is that I took this act so seriously, that we take all these acts so seriously. We take a conversation with a random stranger so seriously, standing on grounds of politeness. Why not laugh? Why not smile? Laugh at ourselves when we shave. I don't know. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely. That's beautiful, and that's definitely you've enlightened me, and hopefully somebody that may come across this video to look into some of his work, and hopefully be enlightened themselves. What is it that brought you to this current location at this current time that brought me the pleasure to have such an intriguing and engaging conversation with you?
I just moved out here from California a few months ago with some people I had known online for like a decade. And after moving in, I reached out to my other friend here, and I found out that he had moved here a few years ago. And I just decided today to finally meet the man, and we went down to the coffee shop, and I asked him if he'd care to join me for a stroll in the park, and we were up here. I saw the sign, and usually I'm one to shirk away from these things, but I'm tired of living inside of myself. You know what I mean?
I'm honored that you took the time today to kind of embrace and come out of that shell a little bit.
I'm glad to be here. What's your name, by the way?
Isaiah.
Isaiah. I'm Thatcher.
Say it one more time.
Thatcher, like Margaret.
Thatcher. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure.
What's your name?
Ian.
Ian. So is today the reunion from
First meeting.
first meeting
Yeah.
Wow.
How long? We've known each other 10 years?
Since 2017,
Yeah.
18.
Wow.
And
And we didn't talk for
like a year or 2.
3
Yeah.
years. Something like
3
maybe
years.
a year or two.
Wow. You guys have anything else interesting planned for the day? Enjoying the beautiful weather, or just more strolls?
Just gonna probably head back up to Lark Street where I'm at and just sit outside on the porch and watch the trees. I don't know. Feels like a good day to do nothing in the best possible way, in the most productive way.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's very necessary to be able to unplug and just kind of ground yourself a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a couple questions? I like to ask everybody that takes the time to sit with me.
Absolutely.
I'll start with this one. What's your definition of success?
Definition of success. It's a very, very tricky question. One might be compelled to immediately urge towards the productive capital route of it's simply a stable home with maybe a spouse and children, something that can keep you going in comforts. That way you don't have to work as you're dying and then you die peacefully. When I was younger, I thought success meant becoming a best-selling author, but I suppose right now success is waking up. I don't know, it's seeing, breathing. I know it seems like surface level reductions, this vague platitude of be present, be in the moment, but if it wasn't truly as helpful, if it wasn't truly as groundbreaking, why would so many people talk and swear by it, I guess? I don't know, I'm hesitant against certain things, but I would say just being.
Yeah, I think that's a great answer.
Because it's so easy to turn a gun upon yourself, to resign from the great stage, as Shakespeare would put it, to be or not to be. It's easy to throw in the towel and walk away. It's much harder to keep standing.
Absolutely. You said it was Ian?
Yes.
Do you have a viewpoint on what your definition of success might be?
To be at a good place morally and for your virtues and things like that.
Okay. So it's more so sentiment and inward.
For your character, I would say, yeah.
Okay. I love that. Okay, I've my second one here for you guys. A little more like top 3 favorite seats.
Seats.
You have park benches. You have a restaurant booth. You have a simple stump. You have all kinds of. What are your top 3 favorite seats that you've sat on?
My number one would be back home in the mountains. As you come up one of the main roads on the property, there's this beautiful pine tree, and underneath it there's this huge rock of quartz. And the way it's formed, it literally bevels perfectly to fit someone. And it just looks like a seat. I've never seen anything like it. Perfectly smooth, and you sit down and it's just, I used to just sit there for hours overlooking this little hill underneath a pine. Number two, let's say a nice padded rocking chair. You know, the old school ones with paddings on the side, the back.
You kind of sway yourself away, right? I love that.
Number three, I would say a good park bench, yeah. Good park bench underneath a nice tree.
Just watching, observing, looking around at nature.
Exactly.
Things like that. How about you, Ian? You got any?
I like sitting on a hill in nature. I like that a lot. So you can lie back as well. And I love park benches. So you can be in the greenery of the park and everything. And I love a good couch. Yeah.
Awesome, phenomenal. This is my chance to offer up the opportunity for whatever else may possibly be on one of your minds. You can go ahead and express that now, or continue on with your days.
I would say the last moment of thought for me is that Christ is God, and I love God, and I love Christ. And I hope that anyone watching might remember that, even for a moment. That's all.
Wonderful. Anything from you, Ian?
I'd say the same. I don't have much else to add to that, yeah.
I want to thank you both for taking the time out to speak with me, and I think it's been very insightful and enlightening, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy the conversation that we've had today.
It was a pleasure.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. You guys take it easy. Enjoy the rest of the weather.
As well.
Alrighty.
Really with the beat.